are there people that shouldn't be invited to your wedding? And this comes from a story that we saw play out on the international media of a couple that was getting married, and this guy invited his ex. Maybe they hadn't parted ways badly to him, or rather he had buried the hatchet, but the ex hadn't. So they got a sound system that was rigged with explosives, and the groom ended up dead. Because nimeona watu wakisema, invite, God will prepare a table in front of your enemies. And the table that the Lord has prepared is your wedding.
Yeah.
So you want people, all the naysayers, everybody who told you you'll never amount, you are not marriage material.
You want to show them.
You want to show them that he who weds has the last laugh, right? You want to tell them, look what I did. To all the enemies. I understand that, but inviting them to your wedding, I feel, is rather immature and going a little too far. First, 1A, if I don't like you, there's no way I'm paying for your food. My friend, I'm saying, you pay for even the wedding invitation cards. Yeah. So I'm paying someone, a printer, to show you what's up.
So no exes who still have...
or anyone I don't like.
Okay.
And then I'm
so
just...
for you, the rule is, if I don't like you...
No, if we're not close,
okay.
For instance, I don't know who Akothe's friends are, for instance. So I'm not going to be the judge, but I'm like, who has 1,000 friends?
She probably does,
No, I'm serious. This is how I look at life lately, and I feel like these things come with age. And unfortunately, we saw her go through something very painful a couple of months ago when she lost her and her husband lost their baby. Who are the people who are by your side then? That is your support system. Those are the people who you're supposed to be in celebration with. I feel like your wedding is a very special occasion. And this is the difference between, there's a difference between secret and private. Because those are I had written secret and private. Because guys are like, una feature because you're marrying someone. No. There's a difference between a secret and a private affair. So I feel like you should have some things that you keep private to yourself, things that you cherish. I am not, for instance, inviting just anybody for my child's birthday or my nyombo or those are things that are near and dear to me. Why does everyone get a pass, a free pass?
Yolanda, in this African society of ours, harusi ni ya watu.
Wagani.
The wedding is for the people.
Which people?
You go to church and then everyone, literally anyone who's passing around. I'm saying it, this thing.
A wedding is not a political rally. A wedding is not a political rally or a crusade.
Today, if I go to do a wedding in my village, Regi.
Yes.
So in a Wayai area, after we have just done mass, hapo chini, Regi kwa Catholic parish, tumetoka. Everyone who attended that service is technically invited to the reception. So you just make sure you have enough food for everyone. But I understand now times have changed, and I know times have changed. Nowadays people no longer have the same resources, and especially if you're doing it now in Nairobi and or urban areas, it's no longer feasible now sometimes to fill that whole community.
What if even if you can afford it, does that then mean your wedding should be a crusade? Or a political rally? Yote yawezekana, we go and fill Uhuru Park because you can afford it.
Where are you being selfish with your food?
What is selfish?
People want to just come and dance
can
at
I tell
your
you
wedding
something?
And sing and celebrate this day with you.
You too, I consider you guys my friend.
Yes.
It's just because me, I'm long past that time. But if I have, let's say I get married a second time or a third time, and I have money, resources, I can put 10 people on a plane, fly you business class, and take you to Italy, and we go and have a big wedding, the 10 of us. So money is not the problem.
It's the people.
It's the people.
Okay.
I'm like special occasions, special people. I'm at to crusade too. Crusade.
Harusi ni ya watu.
Crusade. Political rally.
Sometimes also, like you said.
Maandamano Monday is your wedding.
Like these exes. Sometimes this man invited this ex because, sometimes this ex told you, Bana wewe utawayo, you will never find someone like me.
You saw someone who died. You saw someone who died.
So I
when they invited their ex.
He invited this girlfriend because, there are people, Bana, who told you things. There are people who saw you and branded you can never marry. So on that day, you send them invitations. Sometimes you hope they will come, but even if they don't come, they receive that invitation that Brian Amulioto is wedding on this Saturday.
Is that a show of maturity?
Yes. it is maturity that I have matured, and this thing you told me I could never do,
I am doing.
Absolute. What do you think?
Let me tell
Who
you.
shouldn't you invite? Other people you should.
Let me tell you. Let me start from where me and Amlioto come from. From where me and Amlioto come from. Yolanda can know. She's even from
even
now where her village where she comes from.
Everyone will come in.
Yeah, I know. For me, for sure, for 100% sure. If I was to go do my wedding in the village, and it's just known Mutoto wa Musoga.
Anafanya invitation only.
That's
the whole village.
The whole village will be coming there. Wanajua, they know. But nonetheless, as we say, a wedding is an important thing, and it depends also on your resources. There are those guys who are like, I have money, I'm going to do this big, and let's dance.
Anyone who can come.
Yeah, me, I'm a guy of let's dance. Me, I like enjoying myself. You know,
crusade.
Me, I'm a guy
for crusade like a
let's dance. By the way, me, I'm a guy of fun times. You know, nyinyi wa Kiwaruko kwenda Kiwaruko at your corner, at your tent.
But on your bill.
But see, kona pesa.
You're inviting. You see, so big weddings. What I'm getting from both of you is big weddings are purely for showing off.
No.
Because you're saying ata mtu akiwaru, because not everyone you've invited is your friend. Some people have come to judge your food, judge your outfit. Ati wanasemanga wako na pesa. Did you see the dad's shoes?
Imagine what I've come to learn. Even those you invite,
there's
still people who judge.
No, let me tell you something. If your circle is, by the time I got to 37, I had already gotten rid of a lot of chaff. I've been through hell and back. So I know who my tribe is. I know who my friends are. And my family comes first. I would rather fly my family, even if we are only 7, my family, and then
but
his
have
family.
Like a private,
but on
the intimate thing of people. It's not about the expense.
It's not about the expense.
It's about the people that you invite.
I can spend 10 million on 10 people. I don't have a problem with that. It's not a price tag. I'm just saying it's the fabric of people, the people who are invited for those special occasions. Because let me tell you something, a wedding is one day. Who are the people who are holding you down after that one day? Wamekula Windsor, horse and carriage, blah, blah. You've been given a necklace of money and whatnot. Yeah. Tomorrow when, God forbid, Omosh rocks you, chapas you one uppercut, who are you taking your phone to call and say, this guy has beaten me, before you call the police?
You see, that's why now the villagers are normally invited to your wedding. Because back in the, when
to the crusade.
The moment your wife just says, woo, hey, even the villagers now also just, woo, now everyone knows
Sasa
something
we
is
live here in Nairobi West. How will the villagers come to
That's what I'm telling you, take your wedding to the village.
No, some villagers wanaingia
kukienyeji wawili hawanisaidii.
Some villages wataingia basi ati Yolanda amechapwa. But
anyway, the wedding is for the community.
Yeah, but on the real sense, the reason I understand what Yolanda you're saying. Some people are not just your people through and through. Along the way you'll drop them and they don't need to be part of now your thing. Yeah, that is why when, like me, I was telling Yolanda, there was a time I had broken up with someone and I had tried to show them way
how you found.
If you had gotten someone to marry, you'd have invited them.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'd started gymming, nini.
So trying to prove them what they lost.
Yeah, then I was like, nafanya nini?
Yeah, for what?
Yeah. And I said, you know what? Tena hiyo kitu.
But
wacha nimekitambi yangu and then from there. But so for the same thing, I think the Yolanda said with the wedding, you know, I don't need to show you. Okay, you said I'll now get married. You'll hear it from elsewhere.
Yeah, okay, I don't need to invite you.
Yeah, I don't need to invite you.
To be honest though, I MC weddings, by the way. So I know that planning for weddings, and especially when it comes to who to invite to a wedding, is a very sticky point. One, because nowadays it's literally sometimes, apart from just the sentimental value of who exactly do you want here, it's also now down to how many people exactly can we afford to bring and take care of comfortably. So you can find sometimes you want to do 50 people, sometimes you can only do 100 people. If you just look at your family alone, it's 1,300 people. Your wife's family is 5,200 people, and you just need to bring 50 of both to one venue. So sometimes it's as simple as people who must be there.
I love
parents,
that. Your family,
and then people who you need to be there.
Yeah.
I love that. People who must be there and people who need to be there.
Hii ingine ya anyone who you know will bring anxiety, will bring bad vibes to that place, you're better off just not telling them. Because
Amilioto, there's a friend of yours or a relative of yours who you would not live with your children.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? You would
they
not
don't
say,
need to be in that
Tamani, you've been called, there's an emergency
Yeah.
in the office, you don't have a place to go, and your wife is abroad. She travels, right?
Yeah.
Your wife has traveled, she's abroad, she's in Egypt. You must take Thamani somewhere for 2 hours. That person you can't leave with your
can't even
child, you're
leave.
inviting to come and eat your pilau with you.
So I get. So anyone who makes you feel unsafe, anyone who you know will disrupt this event, anyone who is you, yani, by the way, exes, by the way, some don't. I think that can be just a golden rule.
Yeah.
Because why?
No exes.
No exes.
Oh, but now we are like brother and sister. Yuck.
Yeah.
That's you
Yeah,
don't
but
do that.
she
to
can
brother and
congratulate
sister.
you. He can congratulate you on your Instagram when you have already posted.
Yes.
That's fine.
Ukitoka
Or a
marriage.
text message. That's fine. But they don't need to be at your wedding.
Plus,
you know?
well, let me ask you, what happened to social media? See, you all like posting everything. See,
Yeah.
tomorrow you'll write, best day of my
Ever.
life. By the way, it's a TBT. I got married 72 hours ago. You know, we like to do that. Lost moments. I had so much fun. I forgot to post for you guys. Flashback. TBT, if we must know, because we must know. You are somebody's wife, right? TBT.
Okay.
But I'm like, leave certain things. And then right now, I'm like, that unnecessary display of opulence and wealth when people in our country are starving, you are going to see a certain mheshimiwa bringing money, and pengine kuna watu wanataka basari in your county, in your constituency. You're coming to give people necklaces of money. Hi, friend. There are no children who are starving in where you come from.
Okay.
We did not have to see. You can put it in an envelope. All these things are not almost, they are tone deaf.
What,
Funny, you're going to beat me.
Yolanda?
They are tone deaf, wacha.
You know, epakulami,
You
even
can
for
put for
wedding,
someone-
as you dance, I have to epakula you like this with
Stop
money.
epakulaing. Put in an envelope.
I do this for you. When
You
you're
can give me
dancing.
$1 million shillings in an envelope. It won't be $1 million because people have not seen it.
Apana. The joy of money is
People,
shawa.
I'm not-
people seeing it.
Anniversary yao.
Yeah.
People seeing
It's like
it.
Anniversary yako tunakuja tu by force. Ukiingia tu hivi tumesimama tu
when,
that gun.
when people are
Don't.
dancing isukuti at your wedding,
Don't.
you put the money inside the drum. You don't come and send them via money. No.
See these Kenyeji stories
People
that I
must
never
see.
understand.
So you necklace. But
Kwanza wakina Yolanda
don't
whether
want-
wikithni undekni.
we will epakula you like this.
You will not. I will let that money be taken by the villagers.
I will pick it up and epakula you here.
I can't with these two.
But though, be safe. I think just be safe. People who don't need to be at your wedding don't need to be at
Don't
your
need
wedding.
to be.
Yeah, but if people you need to be at your wedding, invite. People who must be at your wedding, invite them.
When we come back, your comments. Give it up, DJ Absolute on the decks. People who need to be and people who must be.
And your ex.